I know. Setup is hard, and hopefully your Postgres installation went smoothly. But sometimes problems may arise, and I hope you're reaching out to our amazing community on Discord or leaving a comment in the QA section. Now, with that said, now that you have Postgres fully set up, what we can do is we can go inside Valentina Studio. Whether you be on Mac, Windows, or Linux, Valentina should look the same. And what we want to do is we want to connect to a database. And over here on the left-hand side, you'll see all of the different databases we can connect to. Now we want to select Postgres. And when we select Postgres, all we need to do is fill in the password for the user that you're connecting with. Now, if you're on Windows, that would be Postgres. If you're on Linux, it would also be Postgres. And if you're on Mac, it would be the name of the user that you're logging in with and the password of that user. Okay. So let's connect. And now that we've connected, we're greeted by this completely new screen, Schema Editor. And this is where the bulk of how we work with Valentina is going to work. Okay, so over here you can see in this panel, it says databases. And so what we want to do here is we want to create all types of different databases. Now, on the resources file of this video, you will find a zip file. And that file is the one that we need to download. And once you download and extract what's in the zip file, you'll be greeted by 1, 2, 3, 4 files. These are the 4 databases that we are going to make. Okay, so let's start with the employees database. First of all, what we want to do here is we want to right click and say create new database. So let's create our databases, employees. And then let's create a database called store. And then let's create a database called France. And then let's create a database called world. And so now that we have all 4 of these databases ready to go, what we can do in Valentina Studio is we can go to File and we can say Load Dump. Now I know, what does this have to do with loading a database? Why doesn't it say Load Database? Well, traditionally, when you extract all of the data from a database, it's called a database dump. So we're going to be loading the data into these empty shells that we have here, right? These empty shells are empty because if we click on them and we look at the public, there's no tables, right? There's no tables inside of this database. So what we want to do now, we're going to click on employees. Make sure you click on employees. And we want to say load dump. And when we load dump, what we want to do is we want to set the following properties. So we're going to load SQL. So make sure this one is selected. We press continue. Then we're going to go select the file from in our documents. So for me, that's inside of SQL course, inside of data, wherever the file lives that you've extracted, that's where you want to go. So we're going to go to the data folder here. And what we want to do is we want to select the file that we want to load. In this case, we're loading the employees database. So we want to load employees.sql. We click it and then we press open here. And so now the path is pointing to employees.sql. So let's press continue. And we're just going to leave it like that. Don't select that option. We're going to press continue. And now what it's going to do is it's going to load all of the data that is in that file directly into the database. So all of the data, so these files basically contain the whole database and all of its data. And what this is doing is it's just going to take all of that from that file and put it into that database. It contains the tables and the data. And once this is done loading, we'll be able to see all that is in employees. And that's absolutely amazing. And then we have 3 more databases to load, right? We have to do world, France, and store. So as you can see, it progresses fairly quickly. It depends on your system setup, so be patient. Now, once this is done, we can hit done. And now if we go into employees and we hit public again, well, look at that. We have departments, we have department employees, we have department manager, we have employees, we have salary, and we have titles. Awesome. So now that employees is loaded up, now we have to do the same thing to France because France is empty as well. So how do we go about that? Well, we'll do the exact same steps. Load dump, SQL, we'll go pick the file France from our data dump. We'll press open, press continue. Again, don't select this. Press continue again. And boom, we're done. And now France has departments, regions, towns. It has all of this data, right? All of this data. And that's amazing. So now we'll do the same for store. Again, load dump. We'll go to SQL. We'll go over here. We'll do store, select, continue, continue, and boom, it's processing the queries. It's that easy. It's not hard at all. And so again, we'll go over here, load dump, and SQL, store.sql. Well, we need world because we're loading world. Continue, continue, and we're done. That's all we needed to do. Now we have all of this data in our database. All of these databases have been loaded and we're ready to rock and roll.